What's going on, traders? How you all doing today? Quite a bright and sunny day in my location, at least, and I guess the sun is going to shine in crypto market itself for this week, at least for this week, guys. And well, to be honest with you, the macro for most of the crypto assets have flipped bearish, right? Which means most of the retracements which happen to the upside are gonna be sell in the first and the foremost pass. Now, guys, I did have all of my Bitcoin levels charted out ever since the Tesla pump that happened back in the good old days in February, January, and well, I didn't expect the prices to come back down all the way towards 30k this fast. But guys, we do have all the zones laid out for BTC, and this is pretty much the time to be a trader in these markets, guys, because everybody knows holdings are down, investments are completely wrecked, man. Like, I mean, the structure is completely broken down. But guys, in this video I'll be taking a look at the things which I was talking about yesterday and the video was not able to, guys, the video got wrecked, man. I mean, the audio in the video didn't just work out, which is why I was not able to upload that, right? So I did talk about a lot of Bitcoin analysis on the video, which I was quite not able to post. And guys, check this out. Check this out right here. Just right by looking at the volume profile ranges on Bitcoin itself, you do have pretty well-defined volume ranges right here on these levels, these levels. Now, this one being your major area of liquidity, potentially entering the market. And once we lose this area to the downside, there's a huge volume vortex right here, guys. There's no volume support resistance lying around all the way towards $23,000. And guys, what's 23,000? If you're really coming back and breaking these price points, we're going to be coming back at the previous all-time high, and well, the entire price action is not going to look really pretty, to be honest with you. But in the small time frames, we are going to be bouncing off of the 30k regions, most likely, guys, most likely. Now, the range is pretty huge, which is why these things are pretty difficult to exactly pinpoint the bottom, which is why, guys, you got to be patient and wait for this 21 simple moving average on 4-hour time frame to flip itself, at least in, let's just say, guys, at least this day and tomorrow. We could be potentially looking at the price action flipping around the 21 simple moving average on the 4-hour time frame itself. And guys, well, all of these things, well, whenever I'm not able to post any video, just remember to stay up to date on the Discord channel itself. Links will be down in the description, so guys, feel free to join this channel, right? All right, guys, now next up we have Bitcoin's price action itself. Now, this is what I was talking about right here, and this is where I made the previous analysis, guys. I was still breaking down. Looks to me like during the weekend we did went back down all the way towards 31k. I was picked up with beauty, guys. We are up almost 20% from this low right here, which formulated. And well, to be honest, this was pretty close with this wick right here, which is why the risk taking started happening onto these price points, guys. When, well, exactly when Bitcoin started rolling below this key potentially key support right here at $33,000, risks were taken in the market, guys, signaling a little short-term swing to the upside. Now, we could be looking at something like this piece of price action right here, guys. We could just simply go towards the 21 SMA and just, well, flip back again to the downside and keep on rolling to the downside. But guys, what really could potentially revert this one right here is just a little bit of tiny volume coming in onto these candles. Right now, it's not looking that nice, to be honest with you. It's not conviction, guys. The market is not convicted, which is why my analysis, my thesis for this entire move, if it happens in this week, is going to be a bearish retracement, man. I mean, look, this trend pretty much right here is shit. It's completely wrecked, and the entire crypto market is being guided by one single line on Bitcoin itself, guys. Now, you do have certain outliers. You did see Matic popping up by 40% this morning. I mean, crazy, guys. Now, good projects which are maintaining their structure on the BTC pairs as well are bouncing hard, guys, are bouncing hard. Right now, altcoins will certainly bounce because Bitcoin's dominance is still, let's just say, not that, Bitcoin is still not that dominant, which is why the magnitude of the bounce coming from the altcoins itself is going to be greater than Bitcoin itself. But guys, we are here to trade these ranges, and we are going to be objectively driven. If you were not objectively driven on these price points when this entire exponential move was happening to 60k, 65k right here, and you were still, let's just say, try to catch the moves, guys. Now, this is the time to catch moves. This is the time to trade these ranges, and this is the time to actually stick to these areas of support and resistance, guys. They are really significant right here. Right now, once we start taking above this price point right here at $36,000 on a 4-hour closing basis, guys, which this candle as of now looks good, although it's just, guys, the market is not convicted right now out of this bottom right here. Looks like there's simply no volume in the spot as well. But generally, these reversals, these short-term reversals, these swing moves, they do start taking place in low volume itself, which is why the structural integrity of the price action itself is going to be very significant, guys. Now, in the small time frames, what you want on Bitcoin is to be taken out this high right here, this previous high, guys. extreme lower high out of these entire lows formulating again and again throughout the previous week, guys. You want to take this one out and invalidate this downtrend structure and potentially start trending alongside this one right here, guys. Something like this, right? Now things could be very choppy. Things could be very, very, very choppy. Now just remember, guys, whenever the macro is flipping bearish out of an exponential up move, the market is going to be very savage. The price action is going to be very savage. So if you are trying to trade these markets, just be objectively driven. If the price targets are hit, just get the fuck out with your profits, right? Now this is going to be your optimal strategy for these kind of play out, guys. I think it's the perfect time to cut your greed off. And even if guys, now hear me very clearly, since the macro has flipped bearish on the 3-day time frame itself, even if we bounce all the way towards 50k, 45k, guys, in the first and the foremost pass, it's going to be a sell. It's going to be a massive, massive sell, guys, because this is a check, guys. Check this out. I'm look. This volume is an outlier right here, and breaking the structure, guys, breaking the distribution right here. This volume is a pretty much outlier, which means that, guys, the trend from this high right here at 58k has reversed, which is why most of the retracement which come back all the way towards 50k, 48k are going to be sell in the first and the foremost pass. Now, in the small time frames, you can argue that once you start taking above $36,000 levels on a 4-hour closing and an opening basis, guys, your targets towards 38k, 40k are looking pretty clear. I mean, look, guys, oversold bounces can happen with this magnitude, and coming from the lows right here, 40k would be a 30% move on Bitcoin itself, guys. And well, to be honest with you, they are going to be some assets which are quite deviated to the downside from their mean moving averages, even in the 4-hour time frame, guys, which is why altcoins could have a bounce of a greater magnitude, guys. Now, in the small time frames, well, to be honest with you, by the time this video is up, most likely the situation will be pretty much clear. And what I am personally looking at right here to go for any trade for that matter in this crypto market is the fact that this high right here, guys, this one is the most significant area right here. At least we should come up here and test these levels of liquidity and find out whether you want to reject these levels, because once if Bitcoin goes to these price points and it rejects back again, most likely you will get back into the job. But the difference would be that you would get supported with the moving average henceforth, right? Because this entire trend would be invalidated to the upside, guys. Now something like this could eventually start happening, right? And once you go to the upside, you could bounce alongside the moving average, and then eventually you try or move to the upside again, which is why, guys, having objectives onto the supports and resistance on Bitcoin itself is going to be very important. And guys, okay, stick to the assets which are liquid in terms of their trading volumes, guys. Stick to the assets which are doing, let's just say, above $10 billion in daily trading volume. By that I mean assets like Ethereum, Bitcoin, Chainlink, or for that matter BNB as well, guys. These assets do have a lot of liquidity right here, right? And lot of crypto assets which were quite liquid are going to shit right now, which is why, guys, stay away from illiquidity. This should be your rule, man. I mean, if you are in here to trade these savage markets right now, you should stay the fuck away from illiquid assets, guys. Just stick to where the entire volume is, and most likely you will not go wrong, guys. Now, the analysis on Bitcoin is pretty clear. The support and resistance are pretty clear, and you do have quite a lot of divergence happening off these lows right here, guys, which means that we could be looking at an eventual bounce at least to the mean price points, and then think of reverting or maybe invalidating those areas, right? Alright, guys, now next up we have Ethereum right here. Similar situation, and one single trend line which I'm looking at on Ethereum is pretty much clear, guys. Every single time you come up with this interaction of this trend line, you are rejecting this one to the downside, guys. And what could be different right here is once you start ticking above, now the hourly, well, guys, the hourly, you can't really trust hourly in these crypto markets. But to be honest with you, this one looks very okay as of now. Okay, okay, like it's not that great, guys, the price action, because the volume is certainly shit onto these price points on Ethereum as well. And guys, I was talking about the fact that how any daily closure below the $2,000 levels is going to be very significant on Ethereum, but that happened on a freaking Sunday, guys. Ethereum and Bitcoin and most of the crypto market assets are just making things difficult to have a good bias or have a good directional move to either the upside or the downside, guys. This one closing below 2000 on a weekend, I would not pay that amount of magnitude, and I would not pay that amount of heat into such kind of facts, guys. That one happened over Sunday, man. I mean, who the hell is trading on Sundays? People are enjoying their crypto assets gains, which they just simply claimed on these levels on Ethereum itself. And guys, look, the chance for shorting this asset was somewhere here, right alongside the distribution pattern, which was happening alongside BTC as well. I don't think this is a good time. I don't think this is a good time to short, guys. Most of the big funds and the hedge funds are closing their short positions, guys, which is why this week could be a little relief bounce or a little dead cat bounce on a lot of assets if you just simply flipped bearish, and if you just simply went for that extremely high leverage short position in the market. Now, guys, look, just open your eyes. I think this is not a good risk to opportunity to go for another short position. Although in this particular week, if Ethereum starts trending below 2000 again in this week, guys, in this trading week, then it's gonna look extremely bleak, guys. Then refer to the technical analysis on comprehensive Ethereum analysis, which I just posted. I think the last video is Ethereum's video itself, and I'm talking about how this trend line, guys. Well, let me just go to the 3-day time frame itself, and just pardon me and my internet, man. I mean, it's not working that nice right now, but guys, you can see how this single trend line is your only ray of hope, man. All right, let me just get rid of everything and let me just simply draw this one, guys. This is your single line of hopium, to be honest with you. I mean, look, you start violating this one to the downside, and if I just simply get rid of the logarithmic value, guys, this is what is going on right here. I mean, this is what a bubble burst looks like, man. I mean, guys, I've seen charts do crazy amount of things, crazy amount of moves, and I've seen numerous thousands of charts throughout my trading career. But I feel, guys, whenever I see this kind of price action with crazy bearish engulfing volume, holy crap, man. I mean that calls for a macro trend reversal generally, guys. Generally, especially onto the crypto assets, these price actions are macro trend reversal behaviors, right? Now, since you are quite deviated from your key moving averages, even in the small time frames like the 12-hour time frame, guys, if I just simply go to the 12-hour time frame and put on my moving averages, yeah, you're quite deviated from the mean moving average on 12 hours itself, guys. This one is standing at 2800 and we are standing right here at 21, which is why any retracement all the way towards 28k is 2.8k is still a bearish retracement, guys. In the first and the foremost pass, your trend is going to be rejected with the 12-hour time frame itself, most likely, guys. After the 4-hour time frame, in the small time frames, 12-hour is the most significant time frame, and this one decides the upcoming trend for the rest of the week, guys. I mean, look, you could be talking about the fact that how these prices are diverging on small time frames, certainly not in the 12-hour time frame, but yeah, you do have divergence on 4-hour or 2-hour alongside this entire price point, guys, which calls for a short-term bounce. But just remember that this one being your key rejection zone, your previous high, guys, the lower high, significantly lower than this one right here, is standing at 28k. Once you start ticking above 28k, then we can talk about these price points at 3500, guys. And I feel this would be your ultimate rejection zone when we do come to these price points, right? Now, if you're still in these markets, you got to be objectively driven and you have to trade these ranges with, let's just say, a proper risk management, guys. Now, what goes across the risk management for me personally is the fact that, guys, I would not simply jump into any trend until Bitcoin is basing its price action above the 21 simple. Now, I've been rambling about the fact that how the entire crypto market is quite dependent on literally what Bitcoin does, right? And guys, the 4-hour time frame is what is quite deciding the Bitcoin small term time frame trend itself, right? So you do want to trend above the first or the foremost moving average in the 4-hour time frame on Bitcoin itself, and then you can talk about Ethereum reversing as well, guys. Now your zones are pretty much clear as far as the rejection goes, and well, to be honest with you guys, this area looks to me like it's liquid, and we did break this one to the downside on a weekend, and I would not pay much significance to that, guys. So in the coming days, the potential play out could be the fact that you could start trending like this, go sideways and bore the fuck out a lot of people, and then test these points right here, and then eventually like sort out the price action of maybe a reaccumulation or another distribution pattern formulating on these price points at 28k, 2.8k, and then we can decide what happens next, guys. Until then, just watch for a bounce coming in this week for most of the major crypto assets, right? All right, guys, now next up we have Solana. Now, guys, all right, I gotta be honest with you, I had a huge holding on Solana. I do have a huge holdings on Solana. Now my average points on Solana was somewhere out of this entire consolidation range, and I do have to catch my breath watching this price action coming back down all the way towards these price points, guys, breaking down out of this entire uptrend which formulated itself back in the last week of March, guys, breaking down, coming back down onto these ranges, which is why these crypto assets are just crazy. And guys, now here comes, this chart looks way more crazy on the 3-day time frame. If I just simply get rid of the logarithmic charts as well. All right, I got all the time, and I guess I'm simply embarrassing myself. Is it gonna work out or not? My internet is quite shitty right here. All right, we got it. Okay, guys. All right. Now on the arithmetic chart, which is non-logarithmic, guys, this looks quite disastrous, man. To be honest with you, this is a complete fucking bubble burst in front of your eyes, man. I mean, look, guys, I don't want to be bear. Well, I can be a bear since we have flipped this entire macro into a bear trend, guys. We just simply bearishly, we are currently on the process of bearishly engulfing below the 21 simple moving average, which quite literally defined your entire trend, guys. Which one started from the $2 levels on Solana, right? You're breaking down below this one. I mean, you're breaking the structure, you're breaking the strength. The market is breaking down in terms of the general strength for Solana itself. And check this RSI out, man. This is shit. RSI is completely shattered and is simply going down below like there is simply no tomorrow, man. Guys, we could be looking at a small term reversal or short term bounce onto some key levels, but I do personally feel that you could be getting rejected from these price points, guys. All right, we have two price points on Solana which we should be taking a look at in the coming days. The first and the foremost being this entire liquid zone, which is standing in at $35 levels, all the way extending down to $34 levels. And once we start clearing that to the upside, guys, this is your second potential area of rejection, standing at $40 per Solana. Right now, guys, the reason why the bounce coming in at Solana could be very volatile and could be of a greater magnitude is the fact that you are quite deviated from the mean moving average in the small time frames, guys. The 4-hour time frame 21 simple is standing in at $32, right, which is still quite a lot of distance. Now, I hope by the end of this video, price action actually tries to pull itself to the upside, guys. Matic has set a trend for all of these Ethereum alternatives, to be honest with you, and which is why Cardano, Solana, Matic are generally trending, are generally going to be having nice bounce, right? You could play that bounce, and certainly, guys, this is not a financial advice. I'm here to just present my information and whatever I see through my own eyes, and most likely, if you do manage your risk properly, if you are objectively driven now, guys, just simply nail these moves, just simply take these trades and fuck off from the market, right? Don't expect your position to go to $100 billion in one single long exposure. No, that will not happen. That will not happen. The macro structure has flipped bearish, and this is where you ought to be a trader. You have to have that trader mindset, guys. This is not a fucking dip to be bought, man. This is not a dip. Let me repeat, this is not a fucking dip. Your dips were like this when your macro trend was to the upside and your dips were coming back to the mean areas, not breaking your highs, guys. Sorry, not breaking your lows. They are particularly looked upon like dips, but this is a complete structural breakdown in the macro, guys, which is why your upside moves are going to be rejected in the first and the foremost pass, right? Now, Solana went down all the way below $20 itself. Now, that's pretty crazy, guys. This low right here was invalidated yesterday, 21, which signifies the fact that there is simply not a lot of people sitting in at these levels trying to buy it. But what could eventually happen down the line is that we could come back down again and try to formulate a base, and then we could evaluate whether market is really interested or not, guys. That depends on the general market landscape. Let's just assume Bitcoin is able to formulate a base in the small time frames to mid time frames on the 30k levels, and that is what would define most of these crypto assets to actually bounce from these levels and test these price points, right? Until then, guys, this area right here is a big fat zone and is a very big range as well, guys. Trading this one is not going to be easy, and since you invalidated this one right here, guys, it's going to be very volatile if it comes back down again. That is where you hold your breath and eventually just hope for something better, most likely, right? Now, to be honest with you, guys, the small time frame trend in Solana's price action has most likely started, I guess. Yeah, it started trending alongside the 1 hour time frame itself, guys. In the small time frames, in the extremely small time frames, if you really want to trade this one, this could be your potential risk management area for all the way for your next move coming in all the way towards $34 per Solana, guys. And well, to be honest with you, what I'm expecting is a is a big fat rejection coming from these price points in the first and the foremost pass, guys. Once we start reclaiming these zones, then the story starts changing. Then something else could occur. Then potentially something good could happen for Solana itself, right? Now, in the small time frames, this is your risk management and your target is this one. This is not a financial advice, guys. If you get wrecked responsibly. Don't come backlashing at me telling me, oh, you told me that it's going to go to moon. It didn't go to moon and I'm wrecked. Guys, look. If you were if you never had any objective on these levels, it's high time to fucking be objectively driven on these price points and be a trader, man. Be a trader and just and catch the momentum. When the momentum is starting to pick up, catch the momentum, guys. I do feel, because the market being extremely overreactive to the upside and the downside, guys, most of the retail crowd is in short position. Most of the retail crowd is shorting Bitcoin and Ethereum onto some key levels where the prices are supposed to be bouncing off of, guys. Most likely, the small time frame bounces are gonna get a lot of traders liquidated again, man. Holy crap, these things keep on happening. What you have to focus is your profit taking levels, guys. This is exactly what you have to do. Don't look for what others are doing, guys. Just define your risk to reward opportunities and just go for that, guys. Losses are the part of game. Losses are the part of your entire trading career. If you do want to decide, if you do want to be a trading guy, or if you want to just be your own boss, I guess, I mean, look, guys, losses are a part of it. They're just a part of this game, I guess, right? All right. So next up we have Synthetix network token. This one broke down as well, man. Holy crap, pretty much disappointing. This low was shattered, man. Holy crap, nobody buying Synthetix onto the $30 levels, which I was eyeing for as well. Now, guys, why do I have this on FTX, man? SNX against USD on KuCoin, I guess. I mean, which is the high. Okay, most of the trading history is on KuCoin, Synthetix, USDT. Jumping on the 3 time frame. Guys, just bear with me, man. Holy crap. Wow, man. This video could be very annoying to watch, most likely, right? Okay, back up again. We do have limited bandwidth, guys. Well, to be honest with you, I'm just trying to enjoy a little bit of life by just roaming around here and there, guys, because let's be honest, the exponential trends on crypto assets have ended. Things are going to be range bound, man. Things are going to be pretty much range bound, right? Now, what I was looking at on Synthetix particularly was this particular breakout, guys, and trust me, I did take this trade on Synthetix, which got rejected the very next day, guys, and this one got rejected, and I got out of this entire candle closure. Now, this is how you manage your risks in the midterm time frames as well, guys. What do I mean by this is the fact that this candle started breaking to the upside, right? This grind was a pretty nice looking, neat looking grind right here, and we were breaking above it, which is why, guys, this 3-day candle closures was your potential entry with a stop loss range of a pretty 17% downside, guys. This candle closure right here, just right here at the $19.2 levels, was your risk management area out of this candle closure, guys, because this was a breakout. And what the hell kind of a breakout gives you 2 times to buy? Man, no breakout, no strengthful breakout is going to give you 2 chances to buy, guys, which is why you could go aggressive. If you want to go on a breakout play out, right, you can go aggressive on those if you are looking at these markets as traders, guys. Don't look at these markets as hodlers anymore. And if you're still watching these videos, most likely you are still participating in these markets, guys. Have the mindset of capital conservation now. It's not the time to just be nakedly exposed onto these fucking crypto assets, guys. And let's be honest, guys, these are intangible crypto assets. These things are not your wives and girlfriends, something which I've been saying all the way from January, guys. Don't treat these motherfuckers like your friends or girlfriends or wives, guys. These are fucking materials. Just jump in and jump out. When you're done, you just walk away off of these assets, man. And most likely try to enjoy the gain. And guys, look, you gotta have a balance in life. If you are too much engrossed and involved in the price action, your thinking process, your brain juice is gonna go to shit. And you don't want to happen, guys. And you don't want that to happen to yourself. Most likely, if your brain juice goes to shit, you will be making shit decisions. Lot of shit, man. Bullshit. Holy crap. Okay, all right. Now this one is this one is not looking nice, which is why Synthetix network token on the first and foremost pass at $13.75 levels could be a rejection, guys. Could be a rejection the first and the foremost pass, because this candle closure was quite significant, guys. Had you been wanting to revert your trend right here, this one would have been your reversal candle right here. And with this and we just negated this one to the downside, which was just fucking piece of shit, right? All right, on the daily time frame. Okay, why did I do that? Okay, fine. Back up again, guys. Now on the daily time frame as well. I mean, this is pretty clear, guys. This resistance area right here standing at, let's just expand this all the way towards $14 levels as well. Could be looking at a potential rejection. Now here comes, guys. Now this could come alongside some key levels on Bitcoin and Ethereum as well. Remember, most of your trading bias is going to be according whatever Bitcoin and Ethereum is doing, guys. Now, to be honest with you, I would not even put a lot of precedence into Ethereum's price action as well, guys. That is an altcoin. Ethereum is an altcoin. No matter what, Ethereum Ethereum could be changing the fucking financial system and evolution, but it is an altcoin, guys. Your granddaddy, your fucking landlord is going to be Bitcoin. Whatever Bitcoin does, the rest of the market is going to follow Bitcoin like little bitches, man. That's what's going to happen in the coming days, right? Now, in the first and the foremost pass, I think, yes, this could be a rejection right here. And once you start ticking above this one, if you formulate your base onto this price point, if you watch the price action getting accumulated and VIX getting bought back again to the support, guys, then you could be aiming for this dynamic resistance line right here. And to be honest with you guys, this one is turning out to be a massive sell zone. This line is just death and destruction for you guys. I mean, crazy, right? Check this bearish engulf candle. Check this daily bearish engulfing candle coming off. This is crazy nasty looking candle. Holy crap! Synthetix being a very liquid and a highly prestigious fucking altcoin, man, rejecting down in one single candle about 55%. That's crap for you guys. This is pure shit piece of price action, right? Although I am a long-term hodler of Synthetix, guys. I am a long-term hodler of Synthetix, which is why I can just simply shit around in the small time frames, and maybe Synthetix could prove itself down the line to be a good player, right? Now, here comes, guys. Here comes. What would make me exit out of my Synthetix holdings for good is the invalidation of this high right here, guys. To be honest with you, I would not be interested in holding Synthetix network token if we go below this price point right here at $7.5, guys. I would also sell my holdings off, which I started accumulating on this high right here, guys. I totally bought that fucking high on Synthetix right here, and it's still doing fine, which is why the risk tolerance for me and my holdings right here is at $7.5 levels, guys. Is it $1 million worth of Synthetix? No, guys, fuck not. This is not $1 million worth of Synthetix, but it is quite a significant amount of holding, which I'm gonna get rid of if we if we break this support to the downside in the coming days and the week as well, guys. But although I feel the general trend in the market gets quite shaky and it gets quite ugly, but holy fuck, man, just check this out. I mean, the ultimate trend is to the upside. The macro is to the upside, guys. This one looking very nice on the macro, guys. Even Solana is not looking like this. Synthetix looking pretty nice on the long-term time frame, which is why, guys, these areas could be your potential macro opportunities as well as Synthetix. Now, here comes. If we break below this price point right here, guys, there would be no stopping on this price action coming back down all the way towards $3.5 levels for Synthetix. But this is not the matter of fact for this video, guys. Well, the entire point of this video is to bring about the fact that in the small time frames, the bounces are going to come alongside most of the crypto assets, and in the first and the foremost pass, they're going to be a sell. They are going to be a complete sell, man. Holy crap. I mean, look, if you take this one out, this is another resistance, man, and a lot of contact points on this resistance as well, coming in all the way from this area, this one, guys. Crazy amount of resistance on Synthetix network token as well to the upside, right? Now, in the small time frames, yes, you could be looking at a bounce right here all the way towards $16 levels, but guys, check this out. I mean, look, had this major area of rejection not been there, you would have been simply free floating your way to the upside. But since you have a lot of price activity happening on these levels, yes, you could potentially get rejected the fuck down again below some key levels, man. Holy crap. Right, okay. Now, what am I looking at today on Synthetix, guys? Most likely it's going to come back down all the way towards $14, and we could hover around some key levels alongside Bitcoin and Ethereum as well. Okay, guys, I'm going to be winding up this quick little video right here, and let me know down in the comments how wrecked are you. Guys, my holdings, my investments are fucking looking like shit, man. Holy crap. Like, okay, like, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't trade more than 10% of my let's just say capital, my entire net worth. I don't know why the fuck would you want to do that, guys? Okay, let me say something relatable to all of you. Even if your 10% of your entire net worth is a fucking $1,000, it's completely fine, guys. Play the compounding game. Think about being better 1% every single day. Even if you gain 1% every single day and you compound it for the entire freaking part of the year, guys, you'll be the richest trader to exist. Can you believe these numbers? Can you believe these facts, guys? The richest trader to stay alive gave a constant return of 25 to 30% per year, man. Holy crap. Buy Synthetix right here, sell it right here, done for the year. Wait for the next year to come, buy Synthetix somewhere and sell it, guys. Rinse and repeat. 10 years down the line, the compound formulation plays itself, man. Holy crap! Don't complicate trading. Don't complicate capital management, and just risk the money which you are completely fine losing. Don't put your entire savings into these savage markets, man. These markets are going to take away most of the things if you're not experienced in these markets, right? And you ought to be serious, man. Holy crap! You're playing with money. You're playing. It's not a joke. It's not a joke. I'm simply sitting here just laughing at my holding size because most of my average entries on a lot of crypto assets are coming from the bear market itself. I was accumulating, which to be honest with you, I got rid of a lot of things, to be honest with you guys. But the fact remains that if you just let your small and tiny gains compound themselves over the long term, they're gonna pay you out. Patience is the key to succeed in these crypto markets, man. Holy crap, I've seen a lot of cycles happening, right? Now, if you're still here, you are in for a new cycle. And I'm going to be closing this video right here with this thought. I will catch you all in the next video pretty soon. Bye for now.